Yeah.
Make these niggas rap and play it, nigga. I'm walking niggas down with that 4 pound when they go down. That Pakistan chopper knock his forehead to the low ground. Daily well birth, blood spreading through the turf. But it's a lot of niggas there was out here fucking up that work. Fucking over niggas' money, playing crazy like you can't be touched. Mobile gas station, drop the window when I flew him up. Bossing up, monopolizing off that blow money. Fuck a record deal, I'm already copping food by the hundreds. From the spots with no heat to our former we have cooked on.
What up, though? OG Kenny, O_G_Kenny, at Retired from the Streets TV. So today, man, I wasn't even going to talk about this one today. I had something else planned. I had a whole nother story I was going to chop it up with y'all about. But you know how they say the spirit move you? The spirit moved me. You know, God worked through me to talk about this because it's relevant, really. It's really relevant to a lot that I've been going through recently in my personal life, as well as things that I've experienced, not only firsthand, but secondhand through other individuals close to me over the years, right? So, if y'all most of everybody in the world know Tupac, right? So you remember how Tupac say, we got our name from a woman and our game from a woman. I'm a living testament of the fact that women can give you top-notch game, because most of the game and the principles that I apply to how I move and what I do day to day, the moral compass that I let guide me, came from me listening to the voice of my mother and my grandmother, praying women, confident, strong women. You understand what I'm saying? Women who are courageous and who, when they speak, they bring God into the world more abundantly, right? Just because they're giving you facts and they're giving you truth, and ain't nothing like truth and honesty when it comes to like being in connection with the universe and the connection with God, and having purpose and living a purposeful life, right? So we, like, if you're familiar with the Holy Quran or the teachings of Islam, the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, said that heaven lies at the feet of the mothers. You understand? Heaven lies at the feet of the mothers, meaning that when you understand that the ground that your mother walks on is divinely led, because she is a vessel to bring God image and likeness into the world. She is the reason why, life exists. When you understand that that ground that she walks on is sacred, that's when you understand the true definition of paradise or heaven and how to get there. Like, understanding that women's purpose, right? Check this out, right? You look at the Holy Quran, you look at the Bible, you look at the role that women played in Jesus' life, even dating back to how his mother Mary was founded in religious beliefs and teachings, and passed that obviously along to her son, right? And how Jesus was an example of the laws that existed, that kept things in order when his mother was coming up, as well as him being a prophet or a speaker of truth, a soldier for God. You know what I mean? Whether you call him God's son, whether you believe that, and or whether you believe he's just a prophet, either way, you understood that his foundation, the core of him, his support system was mainly women, all the way up to his tomb. The ones who went to check his tomb were women, right? It wasn't men. You forgot his homies had denounced him and turned their backs on him, a lot of them, right? So most of the support system came from women. When I got incarcerated, my first time getting incarcerated, right? You got to think, my mother had already been in my ear. I had a homegirl, Marnie. Me and Marnie was real fond of each other. Marnie used to be in my ear, like, what are you doing? You feel me? I know what you got in that backpack. I know what you own. You too smart for that. You understand what I'm saying? I had a homegirl, Tanette, that me and her was real fond of each other as well. She used to be on my butt as well. Like, hey, what are you doing? You in the streets, you moving wrong. My ex, Maria, used to be on my butt back then. But my mom, it was pivotal to how like when I got into prison, when I got into my first bid, like my first year or so, I had to reflect on a lot of things and confess my sins to my mom, because I knew that she was right all those times, and I was bucking against what she already knew because I wanted to state my independence and kind of let my nuts drop, right? And I did all that foolishness and ended up suffering the consequences 10 times worse than I would have had to had I just listened to her. So let me show you how that correlates and adds up to everything I'm talking about, right? Get in prison. Not even my first bid for one, but this goes from all three bids that I've done. But the first one I remember, almost every other dude I talked to gave me a scenario or a story. And not even in prison, when I was in the county, my sister told me to come home that night and come see her at her new place. My BM said, you can come stay over here tonight because I know this, that, and the others going on. My mama told me stop hanging with them dudes. My female friend slash coworker told me watch them dudes around you because they be looking at you funny. It was always a female in a dude ear trying to give them sound advice, and they didn't listen to it. I promise you, I can't make this up, and I swear, if any dudes listen, you feel me? Any of you dudes ever been incarcerated or been in a situation in the streets, and y'all know what I'm talking about, get in the comment section, man. If you a female and you ever gave some dude some type of advice or kind of felt something and said, look, why don't you pull up, come smoke, come drink, whatever it was that could have kept him from where he went, that led him to death, prison, you know what I'm saying? Get in the comment section, man. Get in the comment section. While y'all doing so, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell, right? But my whole point in all that is like the woman, especially in founded belief systems, is so pivotal, such a pivotal voice, because she is the receptive part of how God speaks to the world. She receives the messages, right? A lot of women's role in history and religion got downplayed and marginalized because they wanted to keep it male, right? Male driven, right? You got to think the first successful slave revolution in United States history was Nat Turner. This is like I got my first tattoo dedicated, my prison tattoo dedicated to Nat Turner, 1831, right? And I got his name. His name in Hebrew means a gift from God. So that 1831, a gift from God with the two swords, you understand what I'm saying? That was a dedication to Nat Turner because Nat Turner led the way for a lot of other revolutionaries who were freedom fighters to give our people the way, the leeway, the liberation. You understand? Some heads had to roll in order for people to take him seriously, right? And all of Nat Turner's game came from his mother. You feel me? Nat Turner's mother is the one who gave him the spiritual insight and the revolutionary spirit to be who he was. You understand what I'm saying? So my point is, women, brothers, listen to the women around y'all, man. I remember Papoose talking about how when he would go to visit Remy Ma in prison, and I spoke on this before in previous episodes, he was like, when I would go see Remy Ma, my wife, bro, the visiting room used to be so empty and sad. It wasn't no bunch of dudes in there. It was mainly mamas, sisters, homegirls, guardians over the kids who was bringing the kids up or coming to see them, but it wasn't very many dudes. On the flip side and vice versa to that, in men's prison, it's flooded with women. Even if it ain't something but a little sneaky link, little pen pal that you done met who got lower expectations and insecurities, you still getting love. You still getting mail. You still getting commissary. You getting to get a break from the yard and coming out and get some human affection on a genuine level from somebody who come from the other side of the gate, right? So I'm just looking at the power of the woman when we can go way deep into the metaphysics and the reason why yin and yang exists, and that dynamic of the masculine and feminine energies and the role we both have to play in each other's life in order for it to be balanced and what they call equally yoked. We can go into all that, right? But I'm just speaking on the basic levels of women play such a pivotal role throughout history. Listen, Selma, like when Martin Luther King was marching, women was the ones in the background. taking care of that business and being the soldiers. Come on now. If y'all know y'all history for real, y'all know that. I ain't trying to gas no women up just to like be on the butt kiss and stuff to get no brownie points. But my best friend got on my head today about something, right? And she was right. She's like, best friend, you gotta tighten up. You be ghetto. You know what I'm saying? You be on some other stuff sometime. And I had to listen to it. So shout out to my best friend Kiki. I love her to death. Y'all go shout her out and support her. You feel me? Lakia, Dream, Exotica. You know what I mean? That's my baby. She got on my head earlier. And I had to listen to her because she always listened to me and my advice. So she was right. And then me and my moms had started talking about something. And she was giving me some insight about some stuff because I talk to OG all the time because she's so thorough. And she ain't gonna sugarcoat nothing. You feel me? So I still I still love to give her that power in my life to be able to make decisions or give me advice and me make decisions based on that advice she gave me. Right? So I love that dynamic. I love to be able to say, hey, you gave me game and you still can. I ain't too old to come to you and say, hey, what's up? I need to holler at you about something. So I needed to do this episode today because it was on my chest. And like I said, the spirit moved me to do so. And it wasn't, listen, I had notes on something totally different. You understand what I'm saying? I had notes on a whole different story. But I said, nope, let me drop this one because it's more dear to heart. And I know a lot of these stories like this don't really get the views. Like when I'm talking about my kids, my health, or your health and whatnot. But I hope that it resonates with a person or two. Because this platform ain't meant just for the whole masses. I don't want everybody following me and watching me and subscribing. I want people who genuinely rock with me, who genuinely rock with the information, who understand where I'm coming from. And that's all I need. I ain't never been one to try to have a whole bunch of friends. My circle real small. So I would love to have a genuine 1,000 subscribers, and that's it, and that's all I need. And we can do our thing. Then I have 150 and only 500 people really engaging with me. That's fake. That's foo-foo. I don't need all them fake numbers. I want real people who rock with the channel and subscribing and hitting the notification bell and sharing the content and getting in the comment section. I need that more than that fake love. You feel me? And like I'm saying, with fake love, the realest love I ever felt came from women. Feel me? Not to mention, I was watching the brother, and I don't even know his name. So I'm apologizing, but the brother who got the Finessers Only Club on YouTube, he was just talking about get you a female that you ain't messing with sexually as a good friend, and they more loyal than these dudes. So all of that in the same day, this was like a sign. They say death comes in threes. I think science comes in threes or so as well. So that was enough to do this, man. I love y'all, man. Listen to the women in y'all life. Them women have the spiritual receptors and insight to give y'all game. She might be nagging you sometimes, bro. She might be your sister, your homegirl, your mama, your best friend, your lover. And she might be on your head about your decisions you make. And you feel like, man, stay out my business. I don't, you trying to keep, I done did that. Keep your front stuff. You want to be the alpha male, be masculine. And you think part of that is keep out my business, man, your business woman. But women feel things for a reason, bro. I done been in there. 3 prison bids. Every single bid, I got stories of dudes telling me I should have listened to the homie. That was a female, my sister, my mama, my auntie. You understand what I'm saying? The chick at the liquor store who kick it with me, the lottery girl. Come on now. It ain't for no reason. It ain't for no reason. I don't care if she the old basehead auntie in the neighborhood. She might be telling you, hey, watch your circle, nephew. You understand what I'm saying? Dog them foul. I seen them looking at you the other day. They were saying they mad about the... Listen, I didn't heard it all from the females, especially the ones who they call clucks and aunties, and they wonder how I keep them around me because they give me honest, real game about the lames and the haters who be mad about this, that, and the other about your boy OG Kenny. But it don't stop nothing. That's why I always shout them out because they give me the energy to keep going. And they my biggest supporters, man. I love y'all for that. You feel me? Don't forget to subscribe, notification bell, share the content, get in the comment section. Feel me? OG Kenny, O_G_Kenny at Retired from the Streets TV. Thank y'all for being gracious enough to spend time with me. I'm holler at y'all later.